What's up? What's up? Polo Sports Talking ENT. Man, let's go ahead and get down to the biz, man. Hit that like, hit the sub. Make sure you hitting them comments after the video's over, and also be sure that you hit the notifications too, so that you're able to get each and every one of my streams. Now, um, I've already been talking about both of these two guys over the whole, pretty much over the whole off season, pretty much the whole entire season for both of them. If you want to be real. What's up, Braxton? I'll see you in the building. Um, you know, both of these guys, man, are in pretty much really messed up dilemmas. Okay, and the reason why they're in messed up dilemmas is because they shot themselves in their own foot. Okay, now I'm gonna say the best for last. But when you talk about a guy like Schroeder, who pretty much at at one point he brought value to a team, but then his attitude became toxic. And I'm gonna put a link in here in just a second, and just let me get off what I need to say. He started off the season really great for the. I'm not gonna say really great, but he started off okay with the Lakers. You know, I actually was praising his play in the beginning of the season because in the off season you knew it was gonna be a problem because he was already talking about how he wanted to be a starter and all this other nonsense, which you really haven't even proved anything in the league besides the fact that you could score a few points on a bad team, which was Atlanta, and then you did okay. You showed some spurts when you was in OKC, and then you come out here and you act like the Lakers owe you something. They don't owe you nothing. They don't owe you nothing. 84 million is what you deserve. You're not 100. You don't deserve 100 million. Okay, you haven't really rose to that type of occasion yet. And plus, you demanding that money, and then because you know that you're not gonna get that money, then you play poorly throughout the whole season. Once AD came, couldn't get on the same page, wasn't running the pick and roll right. Uh, you had tunnel vision the whole time when the guys were shorthanded. That was your opportunity as well as Kuzma to really step up and take control and do what was necessary to keep y'all afloat. You didn't do that. That's what 100 million is worth. If you'd have done that and you really would have stepped up and did what you were supposed to, I would have had more respect for you. But the fact that you didn't, it it proves everybody's point that you're not worth that much. And that's why nobody really wants you. Nobody wants to take a chance on a guy like that. Or it's going to be hit or miss with you. It's going to be a high risk, low reward type of situation for Schroeder. Okay, and then to top it all off, you want to get all disgruntled because yeah, they're moving on. Man, the Lakers are trying to win a championship, not stay on stuck as a losing franchise, which is what you're used to. You're used to being on losing teams or mediocre teams. The Lakers franchise is not about mediocrity. and they'll do whatever is necessary, just like what they're doing now, in order to make moves to bounce your ass right up out of there. And if you don't like it, they'll roll on because they're still going to be the cream of the crop organization anyways. So Schroeder, you're not worth that much. You're not worth that much. I'm not going to call you trash because I don't do that, but you're not worth no 84 million. Now, have you showed spurts and played like that? Like when you were in Atlanta, you should have just stayed. Like how you played in Atlanta, you should have stayed with that type of mentality, being humble, the yes sir, no sir type of guy. Yes, I do what is necessary, because that's what you needed to do at the Lakers. Caruso did that. He wasn't complaining, and look at him. He was able to go to Chicago and get a way better deal than what you were. He getting his money. Why you think they're able to take guys like Caruso, Lonzo Ball, all those guys? Because they want guys that's gonna just shut up and try their best to get better. They're gonna do whatever's necessary to try to get better. I listen. I don't. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like they didn't play semi okay in a few games. Because they did what was necessary in some games. But if you just look at the season as a whole, it was a complete failure. Then on top of that, don't get me started on the toxic situation that I had already discussed concerning Kuzma and Schroeder, and it spilled over into the playoffs, which is part of the reason why y'all couldn't even get on the same page. Man, you could pretty much see y'all had no type of poker face. You could see that y'all didn't want to play. You could see that you didn't want to play. Everybody recognized it. People didn't even want you there. After that, man, if you didn't want to play, man, you should just packed them up and went on home and not even came. Instead of sitting there and having your attitude spill over into the playoffs, and have Kuzma attitude spill over in the playoffs just because y'all were feuding the whole season and everything. If y'all gonna feud, man, at least win. Because lots of players get into it, lots of players bump heads, but at least win. John Collins and Trey Young, they bump heads, but guess what? They got on the same page. They got it together. Another thing is with Schroeder is he's got an ego when he really doesn't deserve to have no type of ego. He thinks he's better than what he is. He thinks he's a superstar, and he's not. He's a decent player, but he's a selfish player. He became more selfish with his play, wanting to shoot more shots and have tunnel vision and all that stuff. And then he became selfish with his toxic attitude that was really contagious throughout the whole organization. Well, through the players and stuff. Because I mean, the Lakers got a lot of toxic stuff going on behind the scenes, and forever will, anyways. That's just what it is when you have a franchise that's just all about winning. Now, when it comes to Ben Simmons, I've already said this before, and I'm at the point now where I'm like, just put him on the team just for sympathy, just so he'll shut up. But at the same token, we already know there's several things that's preventing Ben Simmons from going where he go. He trying to force his way out of places and trying to go to Golden State. Golden State don't want your ass. They don't want you. Much less, listen. They don't want you, and they don't want that contract. that contract that you're not deserving of. And as I stated earlier, Lonzo Ball has improved in his game better than you have. He's shooting at least 38% from 3 pointers and shooting 78%, 78, 80% from the line as a point guard, and he's solid defensively. We can't say the same case for you. So no teams are gonna bite on you. Nobody wants you. Nobody wants you. And then on top of that, you're disgruntled and you're doing this off of you acting like a female right now. That's what you're really acting like, not contacting the organization. No, it was your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. You put yourself in this situation. Nobody else did it. Trying to force your way in there. Man, who the hell are you? The only thing that you have proven is that you haven't been able to work on your game and consistently get better. I don't want to hear anybody trying to argue that Ben Simmons deserves to be here. Ben Simmons deserves to be that. No. Matter of fact, if it's left up to me, Ben Simmons needs to be. He needs a piece of humble pie. That's what he needs. He needs a piece of humble pie, and I guess this is his slice right here. Golden State they want to continue with the future. They've already said that. They they want the future. It's either take a shot on a guy who's lazy, doesn't want to work hard, doesn't want to get better in the shot, has an ego, is real toxic, wants to be babied all the time, or have a future in Wiseman and well, really with Wiseman, with Wiggins, you know, that ain't much better. But or stay with these guys because they got rid of Eric Pascal, which I felt like, or Pascal went to the Jazz or whatever. Man, I felt like, man, that was a to me that was a key loss for them. I like Eric Pascal, but with Wiseman, I would love to have Wiseman instead of Drummond. Like I was telling, I think it was Wait What earlier. I told him, I said I would rather have Michael Porter Jr., uh, Wiseman, or Taco Fall or somebody like that. That's pretty much what we need. We got a point guard. We got a point guard securing Maxi, at least for right now, and we have Shake Milton, at least for right now, unless and we re-signed Danny Green, and I'm kind of maybe about 70% on that. It's the only thing about Danny Green is his health, but I'm glad he re-signed. Hopefully he comes down, he bounced back because he had a solid year before he got hurt. He had a solid year. I give Danny Green that, man. He bounced back from the whole adversity that he had faced when he was in Los Angeles. So I'm like 70% happy that Danny Green had came back to the Sixers. But other than that, yeah, Ben Simmons, man, you got to go. I want guys that are in there that are going to work hard. I mean, Andre Drummond wasn't really. That's not really an upgrade. Korkmaz was was more exciting for him coming back than having Andre Drummond. And you sit up there, you going into your fifth year, and you haven't made any strides to your game. You still play the same way. You still got the same ego, man. and you blessed with a lot of talent. You have all of the talent, all the athleticism in the world. You just don't have the mental capability. That's why nobody wants you. That's why nobody wants you, coupled with the fact that you have that big ass contract. You know, you're not worth it. I mean, teams aren't fighting to get you. If it was left up to me, somebody had threw out there like Minnesota or something like that. But if you do that, then you're gonna have to give up some of your future. Who they gonna give up? They gonna give up Edwards or somebody like that. And I think they're trying to hold on to Edwards because Anthony Edwards has shown some promise. But Ben Simmons, man, I like I said, man, he if he doesn't find a squad, I already know what this is gonna turn into. I already know what this is gonna turn into. And if he goes to another team, he's not gonna play any better there with the same type of attitude. I'm not the one to just automatically rule out a player because maybe if he's in a new situation or whatever, maybe it'll do him some good. But he's already talked about the fact that he wants to play in California. He wants to be out on the West Coast. Man, well, what difference did that make? Whether you in Cali, whether you in Philly, whether you in New York, whether you in Miami, whether you in Chicago, whether you in DC, whether you in down south here in Texas, whether you in Louisiana, wherever, you still got to play the damn game, man, and you still got to put in the maximum effort of work. It's it, it your game is not going to be any different if just because you go to another state and you don't put in the work like you're supposed to. I don't understand why you even thinking like that. You thinking, okay, uh, teams are supposed to be reaching and grabbing for me and everything like that, man. It don't work like that. Now, will he be? I'm not gonna sit up here and say that he's not gonna be beneficial because he's a defender. He's a solid defender. He can handle the rock and he can get to the paint. But man, that's great that you can do that. But all that know-how and talent in the world, if you're not working on it and you're really not honing your skills and you're not putting in the work like you're supposed to do, I'm talking about consistently, not just showing it on the gram or on YouTube or all these little shorts and stuff like that you're doing on your timeline and stuff like that about you being in the gym. You need to do that. You need to do that on a consistent basis. What's up? Wait, what? I see you in the building. We done talked about this before. We done talked about this before. I listen. I'm at the point now where both of these guys, man, I could care less where they go. I could care less where they go because I don't like people that don't have a mentality to want to succeed. It's disappointing. Yeah, right. We have supported him. Yeah, we have supported him. Uh, when you have Dr. J and AI in the same capacity, that that's support. But it's not really about the support. You man, do you think Kobe cared about support? No, he could care less if you supported him or not. You think MJ cared about support? No, he could care less if you supported him or not. I mean, you guys got to stop making so many excuses for all these players, man. When you're in the NBA, you're supposed to be like LeBron, and I'm not saying all like LeBron, but I'm saying in the sense that okay, hey, look, I'm here to stay. I'm here to get better. I'm here to focus on my craft. I'll do whatever necessary to invest in my body. I'll do whatever necessary to devote my time to get at the top of the mountain. Look, he at least he's 38, doing stuff doing stuff that 20-year-olds are supposed to do, and he's trying to reinvent himself. You have to be a renaissance individual, but your track record is already showing that you don't want to evolve. Trey Young learned on the fly and did a better job than you did. He learned how to trust his teammates. He learned how to slow the game down when it's necessary. Does he got to get a little better? Yeah, he does. But he was learning as time went on. Giannis, he was learning as time went on. He took some shots when he wasn't supposed to or whatever. He airballed them, airball free throws. But guess what? He's back at it the next day, and it worked out perfectly for him. Lonzo Ball, for all the shit that people give Lonzo Ball, and I'm one of them. Wait, what? For all the shit that people give Lonzo Ball, I'm gonna leave you with this, and I'll let you cook. Lonzo Ball shot 38% from three, okay, and he shot 78 to 80% from the free throw line. In comparison to what he was doing his previous years. What does that show? That shows improvement. So, are you going to take a guy that barely shot a three-pointer, that doesn't even attempt from the mid-range, that's terrified of going to the free throw line, shooting 34%? Or are you going to take a guy that's 38%, shooting 78 to 80%, and he wants to get better? He just needs to be in the right situation. That's why they grabbed a hold of him. They grabbed a hold of Caruso before they did Schroeder. So we got to stop making all these excuses for. I'm not talking about you, but anybody saying, "Oh, he'll be all right" and all this other stuff. No, he's a grown man. He's a grown man, and he put his pants on just like I would hope, just like any other man. It's time for him to strap it up, and it's time for him to man up, or he gonna get bounced up out of here. Go ahead, wait, what?
Mm, salute to Polo. Shout out to the chat. Salute to the panel. Listen, man. Hey, yo, Ben Simmons, if you out there, man, I'm not even a 76ers fan, man. Hey, yo, if I was, I'd be supporting you right now, big dog. Like, you gotta understand, 76ers, instead of like instead of just sitting down with them and just really getting to the grind of it. No, no, no. We want to train him. We want to train him. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just coming out, yeah, like he had a horrible performance in that playoffs. In that playoff, that's when like a leadership, even from a player standpoint, if Embiid was a much better leader and like put his arms around a Ben Simmons instead of trying to like, you know what I'm saying? He
How are
got to
you
do.
supposed to do that and nobody has had contact with him?
No,
Wait,
no,
what?
listen. I'm saying, but this is after the season. I'm talking about right when the season is done, like right when y'all got eliminated. Pull him to the side, get him that comfort zone instead of everybody counting. Oh, it's Ben Simmons' fault. Weeks going in, then you hearing trade rumors and Derry Morey. Oh, nah, we don't want that. We want more. So you trading the man. So imagine like
No,
from the
Daryl
far.
Morey said that he wants to stick with him.
Yeah, but you still looking at deals. Like that whole Golden State and Philly talk, they didn't get out just because it got out. He took that call to listen to it. Like you know what I'm saying? I
He
don't I don't
wants to
I don't
go. He didn't want to go to the gym like he was supposed to. Wait, what?
but listen to me, Polo. I don't see a Sean Marks
He's
out here shopping to KD. I don't see a Sean Marks out here shopping to James Harden. Like those are your cornerstone pieces
look what they
to your
did.
franchise. To your franchise. Yeah, number one seed in the
Look
league.
what they did.
Number one seed in the Eastern Conference. Got home court advantage. Went through the first round. Whoa, clap
Yeah.
up. You know what I'm saying?
And guess
All right, all right,
and
I
yeah,
can't
and,
defend
and,
this shit. My bad, bro.
and,
I can't
guess
defend this shit.
and guess what? Wait, what?
Tell me.
Kevin Durant, for all the shit that he took, guess what, man? He played 50 something minutes without complaining, and still was able to hoist the team on the back. Didn't make no excuses. Ben Simmons had a, numerous of opportunities. He's been up by so many points, then freezes up in big moments. Has yet to try to attempt a shot. You got all this time. You go to the line. You're shooting terrible, shooting horrible, and everything. You're not running the offense like you. We can't use you in the fourth quarter. So what is that? What are we supposed to do? And this was supposed to be a monumental year. Wait, what was it not? It was supposed to be a
It,
monumental year for us.
facts, facts. But I ain't gonna lie though, but you don't want no Dame. Listen, bro. Listen, if I had to choose between Dame Dollar or Ben Simmons, I'll still choose Ben Simmons.
No,
Yo,
you
listen,
wouldn't.
listen. No, real talk.
No,
No,
you
no.
wouldn't.
Listen. Yo, listen.
You
I
know that's a
think
lie right there.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If you if you if you actually if you go back and look at them games, like FIFA fucked up Dame Lillard for me. Actually, FIFA fucked up a lot of players. I look sideways now. Literally, Dame Lillard. I've been harping on this nigga all week. I mean, not all week, but all day today.
Yeah, you have.
The simple fact, this man, cause everybody call him a superstar. This is why I have different categories for players when you say superstar and then you got all stars. You got a bunch of all stars and one superstar on the USA team. And the simple fact that when you take that one superstar off that team, them all stars cannot compete against teams like Australia or Spain. Like yo, literally, this man Ricky Rubio, it's like two tails of a coin. In the league where you breathe on the nigga, foul. Oh shit, at the line, foul at the line. Literally, there's proof. They've been I ain't gonna lie, they've been Easter eggs to tell you Dame that Dame, yeah, against another inferior talent, he would overtop that. Prime example, no diss to Russ. When you go against Russ, he kills Russ. It's the truth. Both two styles is one is committed to the inside and taking shots when not need be, while the other one takes shots when it don't need be, and you know what I'm saying, doing things that's unnecessary. And I heard somebody earlier on, not on this one, but on another channel saying, oh, what Dame Lillard got his team to the Western Conference Finals and then got swept by the Golden State Warriors without their best player. Not just only that, and four of every game, in them 4 games each, mid third quarter, 17 and up.
I mean, yeah. I mean, look. I I understand that right there, that logic. But it okay. Look, I don't like Dame for the stuff that he does. In terms of his talent, he's off the charts in terms of his talent. But I don't like the fact of when you hear, the rumblings of what took place between him and Gary Trent Jr. The reason why Gary Trent Jr. didn't want to be there was because he played too much hero ball, and that's evident. Everybody sees that. That's the only knock that I have on Dame uh, Lillard. But in terms of a bucket when he needs somebody to score, um, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people would take Dame Lillard over Ben Simmons. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of people like you'll take Ben Simmons just on the fact that okay, in the pick and roll situation, Ben Simmons is going to be able to handle that. He'll be able to handle a pick and roll situation. I think you fell out. But listen, man, listen. I'll tell you this though. I'll
I'm
take
listening.
Lonzo Ball. I'll take Lonzo Ball right now over both of them guys.
And I'm
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 saying
right
this
there with
right
you.
now
I'm right there with you. I'm right
because
there with you.
listen, because at least Lonzo Ball is at least trying. At least he's showing. He's showing. Now, is he there yet? No. And does he have a whole hell of a lot to do more? Yeah. But I'll take Lonzo Ball. His willingness to try to get better, him being in the gym, him improving at the free throw line, than to sit there and take a guy who already has a reputation for being lazy, being coddled, not wanting to work hard, and expecting the everything to be handed to him. You haven't done anything, Ben Simmons. You you haven't done anything but fell short in a few playoff games that you've been in. So you still got a whole hell of a lot to do. Now, am I up in here calling him trash or being like, oh, he garbage or anything like that? No, of course not. I wouldn't do that. But he has a lot. He got a whole hell of a lot of work to do, and that's why a lot of teams don't want it. The Warriors didn't want him. Wait, what? He trying to force his way to get the Warriors to get him, you know, make a deal with him and everything like that. Man, if I'm the Warriors, I'm not giving. Shoot, they already Pascal gone, went to the Jazz and all that. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, we can't lose any more people. Got Steph Curry, we got Clay coming back. Got a couple other guns that's gonna be there. Andrew Wiggins. They trying to make that whole deal or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't
Nah,
gonna
they
I,
don't want to do it.
I ain't gonna lie to you though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Golden State fucked my head up with a Pascal move because they not only did they send him to the West, they sent him to
Mm,
the number two team in the league that was just last year, which is Utah. Like like like
yeah,
like like no, it's not like yeah, like Golden State. Pascal is a better version and more of an efficient version of a Draymond Green. Do you agree with that or no?
I feel like he's more um yeah, like in the sense that he could, to me, I think his upside is a little bit better than Draymond. That's not taking anything away from Draymond, but I think his upside is a lot better than Draymond, given that he's in a right situation. I like Pascal. I love the way he plays. That dude
And
is athletic than a motherfucker. For his size, he's athletic, man.
that's what I'm saying. Like Golden State. I feel like Pascal is at that stage where Draymond Green was at in 2016. And instead of Draymond Green excelling up forward, he
Mhm.
reduced. You know what I'm saying? I know he's trying to get
Mhm.
it back now. He's been doing a lot of great plays in the and the Olympics, but he know he got comfortability in the KD to relax on. So when you do kind of like do a little too much, I still got him to take care of this team. Where
Mhm.
where like right now it's like Golden State.
Mm.
It's like Golden State is not at that level. Like honestly, bro, like they like shit probably less than like probably six. Even with a healthy Clay coming back and everything, like probably six, give or take. Cause I'll still choose Memphis over them.
Oh yeah, you're choosing
And,
Memphis.
and
Well,
yeah, and they've been making perfect setup moves. So yeah. Especially Memphis, yeah, definitely.
I don't know. Well, man, we got to see how they look. Um, hashtag Drake. We'll see what happens next, okay? Because listen, um, I have to see how Eric Bledsoe and Steven Adams is gonna fit with John Moran. Because I know John Moran didn't want Valanciunas to go like that. He loved playing with Valanciunas.
So you see, that's what I'm
That,
talking about. Is an organization that's taking away a vital piece to them. They probably didn't want to pay them. They probably didn't want to go all through that. But at the same time, it's like, yo, like, kid, like this is the type of shit that probably gonna lead your player to leave your shit when you when you take away pieces, that's probably helping you. Um,
Right.
but man, them niggas gonna learn. They gonna and John Morant, he's a smart, like he's smart, bro. He'll catch on, and he'll know. Okay, these niggas bugging. I'm gone. No re up. Um, but nah, Gito, man. Like I'm not even trying to be funny or nothing, bro. But I just like I said, bro. Like they, and then not only did you send that man to the Jazz, you signed to his
Hmm.
best friend. Like yo, like him and Donovan Mitchell, they grew up from the same streets and everything, bro. Best friend from the get go. They've been like that, and they've been so tight. Now you put
Oh,
that,
okay. Yeah, that's day one.
yeah, bro. And Utah, I salute Utah for even doing that. As in, like, yo, all right, yeah, we're gonna go out our way to go grab that kid. Second round, that's
You
all y'all want. And that's all,
you
and that's
know
what I'm
who?
saying. That's all they gave up is a second round. That's it, nigga.
Hey, wait. You know who Pascal reminds me of? And it's not even Draymond. He reminds me of a more agile and more athletic Paul Millsap.
Mm.
If you look, because everybody looking at Paul Millsap now, Paul Millsap getting a little older and everything. I'm talking about Paul Millsap when he was like with Atlanta.
Ooh.
But see, man, Paul Millsap done did a lot, man. A lot of people don't realize that. But see, Pascal, man, that's who he kind of reminds me of because he's at that. He can play that 3 or 4. Sometimes he'll get in there and he'll rock with the 5 if he
If
needs
need
to.
be,
I like
yeah, if
Pascal.
need be.
I would love Pascal on the Sixers. That's the type of player I would love, man. Like we need him and Thibault, like guys like that, man. You love that. You know what I'm saying? Like what's his name? Cam Johnson from Phoenix. Evan Fournier's. Yeah, you know who I'm like the type of guys I'm talking about. They just could do everything. Nicholas Batum to a degree. You know what I'm saying? Guys that
Yo,
could do pretty much everything.
shout out to Batum, man. Nick Batum, right? You talking about him, right? Nick Batum.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, shout out to him today for that big block on Luca to seal that game going to the gold medal. Yo, for real though,
Yeah.
like shout out to Luca. I mean, shout out to first of all, Luca. Shout out to you, man. Like you put your heart into that shit. Your team never made it to the Olympics, like in the competition style. You was there in 2016 or 17 when you won a cup. You know what I'm saying? With your country. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like the way he rep his country regardless of what's the situation with it, he just still rep it. That's bread and butter. That's your home. So salute to him. I know a lot of people came up with it. He was hurt and shit. Look, man, don't do that to him, man. 'Cause it's too beautiful already. Just say, it wasn't a day. That's it. Come on, man. We don't when you start. Nah, for real, dog. Cause like niggas, cause they gonna use that same shit back over and over. Like, nah, don't do that. Today was a day. Took him on the chin. You know what I'm saying? Like he couldn't. Don't take. Like people were complaining about him taking the shot instead of going to that layup. That layup was listen. He did the right basketball thing. Don't force the shot. If you got an open lane, take it. You just got beat. You know what I'm saying? One man wanted more than you. That's it. Because if he would have made
Right.
it, oh shit, Luka the greatest. And I felt like and you can already sense the media, even though they wanted a USA versus Luka and everything, that's how they gonna
Hmm.
produce it. A USA versus
Nah,
Luka.
I want to see France. I'd rather see
I
France.
thank you. Facts, facts. I'd rather get the team that beat our ass
Yeah.
to handle that shit in the goal. Like I don't give a
Yeah, to
fuck.
get it
Like
back.
no,
Yeah,
like
yeah. Get that revenge.
yeah, bro. Because once we beat them, oh, Luka, it was only Luka. It's 10 All Stars here. Like they
So
find it.
so
You know what I'm
so
saying?
you got the U.S. winning, man.
I'm not sure yet. I'll let you know after the game tomorrow at 10:30. But like I said, I'm always rocking with my team, man, all day, every day. I just not the type of person. I'm not a fortune teller, so I don't go out here and make predictions. But I definitely went be
Right,
right there. Let me tell you, last night when I watched that bit, when we got down
mm,
15, that shit was tough.
right.
You feel me? And I don't got nothing online, just my pride for my country. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And the love of basketball. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
You know
He
what I'm
said, "Go
saying?
Bulls." Yeah, hey man, the Bulls. Now, hey, look, I'm gonna shut this down just a little bit early. Wait, what? But I'm gonna ask you one more question, man. This is about Schroeder. Oh, you didn't really talk about Schroeder that much. You
Man,
probably talked about him in the past. Man, nobody wants him. His
man,
options are running out.
that's tough, bro.
What do you? Huh?
Like, I'm finna respond to it, man. I'm finna say that's tough, man, cause yo, like, it's like, bro, if you don't have, like I said, man, not just him, Schroeder. I mean, him, Montreal. You know, when they came into that Laker organization thinking that we're gonna be a piece of a championship team,
Hmm.
their mindset, wasn't the same actions they gave them, as in a team, or the led, LeBron. You know what I'm saying? When you go out there saying, "Yo, I'm gonna start on this team," or "Yeah, I need 100 mil," all that stuff, yeah, cool and everything. You know what I'm saying? However, you know, it's like I don't know. It's like you shot yourself in the foot in a way. I felt like he should have kept quiet, play his game, do what you could. You know what I'm saying? Like if you know these niggas about bullshit, all right, then go do a 1-1. Bet on yourself.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like there's the one 2 year one option. You know what I'm saying? That's not just for a Kawhi. That's not just for a KD. You could do that for yourself, but you're betting on yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you like that motivation. Like he got to holler at your archive or Polo. He got to look at your motivational videos, man, because he need to motivate himself to say, you know what, fuck it. I can't go back to this toxicness. You know what I'm saying? Because they already got Russ. They already doing all these other picks. They got none. They got. It's pointless for me to come back. Let me go find somewhere where I can prove myself and a such like a place that's gonna need a point guard and kind of like a contender. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
take a veteran minimum at Clippers for 1 year. Give him
He's
two
not worth. He ain't man.
veteran.
Realistically, let
I
me
said
ask you. Let me ask.
what's up? What's up? What's up? Go ahead.
No, no. Let me ask you. Wait, what? How much you really, realistically? How much you think he's worth? Just be honest, man.
Um, for the style of game he played, the presence and everything. If I'm building around him, I give him that 100. If I'm building around him.
What?
If I'm building around
Oh,
him, if
nigga.
I'm building around him, if I do that, if I commit to building around him, I get that 100. If I'm
Who?
committing to
Schroeder?
it, if I want to, if I want to be
With
committed,
he's not build. He's not built around material.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's his mindset. He think he's a build around material, so he gotta get out that mindset for him to like actually. I think he could be worth 80 mil. I think he could be
If
worth like, you know what I'm saying, determined on the length of the contract, probably like 4 years, 80 mil. He
if he
deserves. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he go out this year, right? Let's say he go out this year, sign a veteran minimum with somebody like I said, the Clippers or somebody who need a dire needing of a point guard, but still can be a contender in a way. He can go to that team for the veteran minimum, right? Low ball yourself, you know what I'm saying? To just go on the court and prove yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like you already skipped on the 84. You know what I'm saying? You skipped on the 84 because you wanted 16 more.
yeah.
So
Well, I don't think he's. Listen, he's worth maybe just a tad. Shoot, I'm gonna be real with you. He's not even worth. He's not worth. he listen. He worth about just that much, maybe about 84, just a tad bit lower because listen, what's his name is making 85 mil, and at least he's showing Lonzo. He's showing. It goes back to what I'm saying. It shows strides and improvement. And some people might say this too. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Uh, man, listen, wait, what?
wait,
Losing Rondo.
you didn't keep it 100 with me
Right.
before? You didn't keep it 100 with me before?
Uh, yeah, I got it. I got to be honest with you about this situation. Losing Rondo. that was a real bit like it makes you appreciate a guy like Rondo and in comparison to Schroeder, man. It
Oh
makes you
yeah,
really appreciate.
facts, facts. You hit on the head on that one. Cause I felt like
Yeah.
if I felt like Rondo was there, it would have a totally different approach and thought. You know what I'm saying? Even they're side by side with a shooter. You know what I'm saying? You
hmm
ain't like damn, bro. Like think about that,
Cause
bro.
look
Like
at
yo,
Reggie Jackson's game. Wait, what? Look at Reggie Jackson's game. Look how he flourished under Rondo,
that's what I'm
playing
saying.
next
Like
to.
like I'd rather go get a Reggie Jackson before I go get a shooter.
Yeah, yeah,
And
Reggie.
I know Reggie looking for a check too. So I'm saying he really on the back burner. And like yo, listen, man. And listen, one more thing, Polo, before you take off. I know a lot of niggas upset about what Sean Marks did. Just getting, we not getting nothing in return for like, we got a second round pick and
hmm
a pick swap for Dinwiddie. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, oh, you
Yeah.
ain't getting no players back, you ain't getting none of it. Listen, man, this nigga Sean Marks, for one of the GMs I ever seen before, he actually had to the buck with all his players. He made sure a Jared Allen got to a place where they gonna pay him. He made sure he got to a Karis LeVert to a place they're gonna pay him. He got
hmm
Spencer Dinwiddie to a place they're gonna pay him. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
Wizards.
Like you feel me? It's so many places. You know what I'm saying? That he sent these players at to make sure that
Yeah,
they eat.
he ain't
You know
gonna
what I'm
make it
saying?
over there though. He ain't gonna. I don't see Dinwiddie unless he come. Man, hopefully. Listen, I'm not wishing him bad or anything like that, man. But Dinwiddie, man, he still got to get back. He got to get back to where I know you see you all about like hitting the ground and running right and everything gonna go right. Nah, man, he got to give it some time. We talking about the ACL, man. He got to get back in playing pickup ball and playing like what I'm saying out there in the off season and all that other stuff is
He should
completely
have opted in.
different.
I feel like he should have opted in on that last year. You know what I'm saying? Play. Like I'm saying, you've been rehabbing this whole time, and then play inside. You know what I'm saying? Get more publicity and get more bread count. Cause you gotta
hmm
understand, like not even if he averaged, let's say 18, 19, right, for the Brooklyn Nets coming off the bench, right? You're
hmm
gonna have teams out there that just want to pluck him because he's on the Brooklyn Nets. Niggas was
Yeah,
intentionally pay a nigga say, yo, yeah, just to lower the Brooklyn Nets style. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
right.
So it's like, bro, that's what I said, bro. Like, you feel me? But that's what I said. Shout out to him. Shout out to his endeavors. The man did go through an ACL. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if he never got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Would it been the James Harden?
They would have been successful because they made the playoffs even before KD, Kyrie, and Harden had even got there. They made it there with Dinwiddie, Allen, and Joe Harris. You know what I'm saying? And the mother boys. You know what I'm saying? So they 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 were on the come up. You know what I'm saying? But the superstars propelled them. But yo, wait, what? I'm gonna shut it down just a tad bit early. I'm gonna get into something just a little bit later, man. But I gotta shut this down, man. I thank you for pulling up, man. I thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all like this video, share it. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if you're not sub to it. Until then, man. Polo Sports Talker ENT. I holler at y'all.
Salute.